big block today. Wow.
No.
Yeah, look how long though it is compared to
Yeah,
the two.
look at the
two-
base side. The base.
I know, but compared to the the past few weeks, a couple, 2-3 lines of an almond,
Yeah.
it's okay. Yeah. Yeah. How you doing?
Okay.
Cool. Yeah. And how's your background? Any snow in your background?
No,
Nothing,
nothing.
Yeah. No. Okay. Oh, it's a cold day today. Yeah. Yeah.
Did you watch the soccer? No.
No, I heard Argentina won, huh?
3-0.
Messi, huh?
Messi made one, but
Yeah.
he passed the other two,
Wow. So he got assist. He got assist, right?
Yeah,
He's still one of the best players, huh?
yeah.
Who are they playing now? Croatia?
No, they did play Croatia today. They go
Oh.
to the final. They are in the final now.
Who was with France?
Now,
who's the-
tomorrow it will be decided between France and Morocco.
Portugal? Oh, Morocco. Oh, okay. Wow, that should be
I'm
interesting.
rooting for Morocco.
Yeah, the underdog, huh?
Go
Yeah.
Morocco.
Beat
Beat Argentina.
Yeah. Does Morocco relationship with Israel or not?
Sort of.
Sort
Yeah.
of.
Under the table. Every once in a while, they go on the news and say how much they hate Israel, but then they
Yeah.
do business with Israel. So who knows?
I know a lot of Jews go to Morocco to visit the place.
Yeah,
Right?
it's
No,
big deal.
but
I was
there's
in
a little-
Morocco. I went this summer.
Oh, you did? Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of Jews who live there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, there's shuls. There's everything.
Yeah. Are they
Yeah.
okay? They okay to the Jews there?
Yeah, they are actually.
Oh, okay.
They're better than Trump.
Yeah.
Anti-Semite.
Yeah. Trump is not anti-Semite. He's got
He's a piece of you know what.
I know he's bipolar, but
It's a piece of dreck.
he did a lot of good things for Israel, but he did good for Israel, but he's not normal there. He's not normal. But you got a little doggy there?
Yeah, he wants to learn Torah.
Oh wow. Okay.
He's asleep on my Gemara a little bit. He gets tired at night.
Oh, okay.
Say hi, Moose. This is Moose. Say hi, Moose.
Oh my goodness, look at him, yeah.
Say hi.
Woof, woof, woof. You take him
He's
for a
the
walk.
best company. He's
Yeah,
the best company.
You take him for a walk every day?
Yes, he does. He wants to play.
Okay. How long you had him?
2 years.
Good for you.
He's a
Nice.
COVID dog.
Oh yeah, okay.
Pandemic puppy.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Make it for the Mizuman, huh?
Yeah, he's a boy. He could be in the Mizuman.
Okay. That's good.
You know,
So
whatever room I'm in the house,
that's where he goes?
that's where he goes. Follows me around.
Okay. Stays in the house. It's too cold to stay outside, right?
No, because he's an outdoor dog, but
Yeah.
he just goes wherever the people are.
Okay. That's good. Is that the first animal you ever had?
I grew up with animals, but then I
Oh.
haven't had animals for 30 years, 20 years. And then my kids finally at Pesach wouldn't give me the afikomen until I agreed to buy them a dog.
Okay, yeah. Your wife is all for it?
She's scared to death of dogs. So she wanted a dog to get over her fear.
Oh, wow. That's pretty good. Yeah. My grandchildren want the dogs, but my grandchildren want a dog, but
It's good for you.
yeah.
Yeah, keep you young.
Yeah. Okay. Next lifetime.
Where's our fearless leader? What's going on here? I'm usually the one that's late, you know?
Yeah, well,
I don't know.
it's a game tomorrow, Mario. Is
Yes,
France?
at 11 a.m.
11 a.m. tomorrow morning. Okay. And when's the finals? On Saturday, no?
Sunday.
Oh, Sunday. Okay, maybe I'll watch that.
On Saturday is the losers
Third.
of the losers of today and tomorrow play on Saturday for the third and fourth position.
Oh, I see. I see. Okay. And they all head home, huh? Did the
Yeah.
stadium fill up every day? It's all
Every day.
Did the US do okay this year?
out the first round.
Really?
Oh, the second round. The
Who?
second round. The US
Who?
got
How come
round.
the
Yeah.
US can't put together a team? We've got 400 million people in this country.
What,
They
what
love
did you
football
ask?
too much.
I don't know.
I mean, they had a
Yeah.
very good team. The US had a very good team.
The
Why
US
they
should dominate. I don't understand.
But soccer is not a dominant sport here. When it becomes a dominant sport, they will.
You know what the best thing about soccer is? The best players in the world are 5'8".
Or
Are you
what?
trying to? You say you could be a good player.
Exactly what I'm saying.
I understand, but in the meantime, the game today was unbelievable. Today,
Yeah.
that
Argentina played Croatia.
that third goal that he scored was the most unbelievable goal I've seen in many, many years.
What happened?
He's not a baby. All these people, whenever anybody touches them, they fall, foul, this. He didn't care. He just went through and he just did what he had to do.
He ran the whole field.
You know those Latinos.
How old is Messi? How old a guy is he?
30-something, 35.
Wow.
Yeah.
34.
No, but it's not,
Lionel Messi.
no, he didn't score the last one. He was a younger guy. But the guy ran the whole field. It's unbelievable. You know, you have to run. It's 100 some meters, 100 meters.
What do you mean? He gets paid $50 million a year. For $50 million a year, I could run the field.
One
Yeah.
time only.
Yeah,
That
right.
was
Only
not
one way.
Messi. That was not Messi. Messi assisted on the second one, was unbelievable. He was dancing with the ball. It really was. The defense just couldn't. And then he
Anyway,
passed it. He
You
passed
see
the
the
ball
size
like
of
this.
if you see the size of his legs, he's 5'8" across the legs. He's a strong guy. It was a great game. The penalty was
Yeah.
good too.
Who?
The penalty, he had a penalty.
Yeah, well, the penalty, he never misses a penalty, really.
What was the score?
3-0.
Oh, they killed him.
Listen, I just hope that France kills
Go Morocco.
Morocco. They run around with Palestinian
Go
flags.
Morocco.
Yeah, but they run around with Palestinian flags afterwards. You know that?
Yeah, shtickbach. You think France is any better? Give me a break. They kill Jews in France. Nobody cares.
Get it off your chest. Can you stop the recording, please, Mario?
Say it again?
Stop the recording. I hope it's not recording.
It is recording. Good evening.
Good evening, everybody.
48, right?
We're on Memches Amud Aleph 48. Vasur Medover Shelo Sa'ir. We said that if two people are mudar ano against each other, they can benefit from something that belongs to the Ole Bavel, which means that something that belongs to all of Klal Yisrael. But something that belongs to the city, they're considered partners there, and therefore they have ownership there, and therefore neither of them would, since they have a mutually exclusive neder against each other, neither would be able to benefit from something that belongs to the city. And the Mishnah describes what these things are. Ezer davar shelo bavel. What is something that has belonged to all of Klal Yisrael? Kigon harabayis, right? The place where the base of Mikdash is. Azaros. Habor shebem saderech, a public well that everyone can draw from. Vezer davar shelo sa'ir. Kigon archava, a plaza, a merchatz, a bathhouse, Beis HaKnesses, a shul, a teva, the Aron HaKodesh, vasforim, sforim in the shul, vakoisev chelko lenasi. Now, somebody who writes his assets that it should go to the nasi, it's considered that it belongs to the city. Rabbi Yehuda echad koisev lenasi, v'echad koisev lehedyot. It's if somebody writes his assets to a private individual or to the nasi, it belongs to the city. Well, what's the difference? You don't have to do an act of zechiyah like a kinyan sudder, some kind of maisa kinyan, like with a handkerchief. It was common to grant something just like you grant something to the base of Mikdash, you could grant it to the nasi, and that you don't have to do a kinyan for. But if I give something to a hedyot, I do need to make a special kinyan. And the Chachamim disagree with Rabbi Yehuda. Even if you're giving to the nasi, you have to make a kinyan. The reason they even mentioned nasi because that was common for people to do it that way, but not because there's a difference in din. In fact, the forefathers of the people who lived in the Galil, they already said that all of the public assets in the city belong to the nasi. So therefore, they don't have to go through the step of being koisev l'nasi. So the Gemara says on my mitzvah. Now, when you say hakoisev l'nasi, we said the two people who made a net against each other is also usher. So the Gemara wants to know why. Amrav sheish achiton umata kanton. We said that the city, they can't benefit from things that belong by the city, like a shul or a bathhouse. So how do they get around it? They write, so which sort of like is a way that they give it to the whole nation, and therefore they'd be able to benefit from those. And Rabbi Yehuda Omer, in response, echad kosev l'nasi v'echad kosev l'hedyoy. It doesn't have to be even to the nasi. It could be even if he wrote it to somebody else. And then, therefore, they are not owners of it. And therefore, the fact that they have a neder against each other would not impact them. So says Rabbi Yehuda, you don't have to do a special kinyan to the giving something to the nasi. And on that issue, the Chachamim disagree. And in the Mishnah, Rabbi Yehuda Omer, their forefathers had already given everything that belonged in the city to the nasi. Tani Rabbi Yehuda Omer, Anshe Golil Kantronin Hayu. They were people that always were fighting. So people were always taking the dorm against each other. So in order for people not to violate the Nisr, the forefathers of that area already gave everything to the Nasi, like making everything Oile Bavel, so it would not be a problem for them to benefit from those things. Mishnah. Hamudar ano mechaveiro. Ve'en lo mayoichal. A person is forbidden to have an enough from, and he doesn't have anything to eat. So the guy who he's not allowed to benefit from, that guy can give it to a third party as a gift. And the guy who's a mutar ano can get it from that guy that he gave him atana to. Now, the father could not have hana from the son, but by Macy's no, the son was making a wedding, wanted to invite his father. So the son who was making the wedding wanted his father to come. He said, I'm giving you my courtyard and all of the meal, so to you as a matana, so there won't be an isser regarding the neder, so the father could come to the wedding. And he made a stipulation. He said, it's Ella Kadesh Yavav of Yachlim Besud. I'm doing it so that my father could come to benefit from this wedding. So the friend immediately said, Omar, im shalihem, if you're giving them to me unconditionally, harayim mugdashim l'shamayim. I'm giving them over to Hegdish. I didn't give it to you to give it over to Hektish. You gave me what belonged to you. And why did you do it? You did it as a trick so your father could come to the wedding. And so that I would be the instrument of how the neder would be violated. So, because of this event, any matana that you give to somebody and he can't be magdashit, it's ena matana. So it's got to be a full gift to get around the mutar ano. So the Gemara is bothered. Maisa Lister, you started off by saying, if a person has nothing to eat, so the person who he can't benefit from can give a gift to a third party, and the third party can give him food. So you started off by saying you're allowed to do this trick, and then you tell me a story where it doesn't work. So there's something missing. But if the matana, if it comes out that it's not really a matana, then osir. Then the guy cannot benefit from it. That's why the Mishnah discussed that case. It didn't work because he stipulated why he's doing it. That was the kavan of the matana. He didn't say kedei. He made it less mefureshes. He made it less clear. Then he would be able to come.
I don't understand this. The Hete Iska is based on the same kind of a knaich. It's like, come on, there's so many different things. All these kind of things are based on these kind of and we learned, like you said, we learned in the Gemara before that if somebody's mudar on a fruit tree or whatever, and then the guy gives the fruit tree to somebody else, he can go eat from it.
Okay, but here he's doing it. Here we're saying that if the matana.
Yeah, but we learned in the Gemara before, and then in the Daf, I don't remember what Daf it was. That it was Daf on his family, and then the family came in the eighth. I think. Okay. Okay.
What I'm saying is, what the halacha here is saying, if it's too befeirush in your face that it's a trick, then it's not going to be allowed. If you use more vague language, then it's going to be allowed. It's all semantics.
Can you give a matana tonight, or can you give it for a period of time? I'm giving you a matana for 2 days or for 3 days. Can you do that? I mean, sure, we can have it.
The halacha is kol matana shenoisen lechavero she'im higdisha achaver eina mekudeshes eina matana. That's the Rambam.
So you can't give a matana al manat lahachzir.
If you give a matana, and the guy cannot be magdishit to Beis Hamikdash, it's not a matana that will circumvent the neder. That's what we're saying here.
You can't pick a friend who's a Talmud Chacham. That's the problem.
There is such a thing as matana almanas lahachzir, but it's not going to be able to circumvent a neder where there's an isser of hana. That's all we're saying here. That kind of matana would not work.
Why doesn't he go, if he wants so much for his father to come to wedding, let him be made for the neder. Let him go to.
Okay, Eina chanami.
Okay, that's.
But you don't have to. If you give it a matana and you say sheyilu panecha sheyavo abba, that would be permitted.
Okay, yeah.
Lishna achrina amrin lena amr loitem etam amr le vina lefanecha hudas amr le hein lefanecha sheyavo abba v'yochal mutter. Another language that would permit it. Elafil amr le hein lefanecha yavo abba v'yochal aser. The second language in Rava says that if you did it in that way, it would not work. My timer, the whole event, that it's clear that that's why he gave the matana, so he could circumvent the neder. And the Rambam says he would not be able to benefit from it, the halacha, if it was done in such a beferish way to avoid the neder. Hahu gaver davale baro dav shamit keep it the kidna. There's not a son who was stealing flax from the father. So the father made a neder that he can't benefit from his assets, and therefore he wouldn't be able to benefit from these flax piles that he stole. Let me answer the door. Somebody's here. 1 second. Amrulay. You have a bar brech tzurim rabbanon mai. If your grandson becomes a Talmud Chacham, are you going to stay by this neder? Or merlahon liknei hadein? No, I would give him. I would be makne him these nechasim. The haver bar brech tzurim rabbanon liknei. And then he will be able to give it over to his grandson. So does this work? This is giving a kinyan so that the kinyan should go to another person. But Rav Nachman Amar Koni, but that kind of kinyan can work. The Asudra Koni Amanas Laknesu. Anytime when we sell our chametz, and Rabbi Kraus gives us a pen to hold, it's like a kinyan sudr. So it's a kinyan amanas lahaknois. So we have many examples of a kinyan amanas lahaknois. Who told you that when a kinyan sudr is done, he hangs you a handkerchief, that he doesn't get the handkerchief? that a Kenyan Sudder, that Kenyan starts from right now. Here, this is not going to happen until the grandson is born. And when if he becomes a Talmid Chacham, the Sudder was already given back to the original owner. So when you need a Kenyan, it's not there, so it's not the same case. Rav Nachman, but not Hamadas Beis Choron, that case of our Mishnah, where the gift was given, so the father could come to the wedding, is the Koni Amanas Lahaknas with Veloko Koni. We said it's not a Kenyan. So, because we said, well, over there it's different because the Suda was muchach that the whole thing was a trick. The Zin and Omer lay Rabbi Yezer here. Other times he would answer that it's the sheet of Rabbi Yezer. The Omer afilu vitur, even something that normally people are mavater. They're not makpid on something, but if it's a mudarana, we're machmir that you would have to do a Kenyan gomer in order to make in order to circumvent the neder. Tnan. A matana that is given where the person who got it is not able to be magdish to the Beis Hamikdash, it's Eina matana. What is this call? Call matana. Call lasuyima. Lav lasuy ha milsa deshari b'kipe. Isn't this case that the guy who stole the flax and it was makneid almanas lahaknois to the grandson? And we say it's not a matana? Lo, lasui lishna basrodish ma'aseh Rava. It's the second language of Rava, right, about the matana of Beis Choron, like the wedding case, but not necessarily this case. And some say that a Kenyan Sudder only works if you're makna the chayfetz itself. But if you say be makna through this Kenyan Sudder, and then you can be koina in the object after 30 days, it's not koina. Because after 30 days, we give the pen back to Rabbi Krause. But if he uses the word yikne me'achshav, ula achar shloshim yom kona. According to the poskim, we hold that a Kenyan Sudder, which is a case of knei amanas laknois, works. And the Ramos says that normally when you do this, you have in mind to be makner now. And therefore, I think Rabbi Krause uses that kind of language whenever you do a kind of Kenyan Sudder like that. Okay, I will call back in 2 minutes.
Yeah.
I am.